Ifaremi Olosun. Agogo ń dún kango. Ìyá ìlú ń wí tirẹ̀ ó rọ̀ sọ̀mù. Ifaremi Olosun. Àti wá ọ̀dẹ́lé ilé eré ló ti wá o, gbogbo èèyàn ló ti mọ̀. Ifaremi Olosun. Ọlọ́run ló yàn ọ́, kì í ṣe mímọ̀ rẹ nìkan. Kò ní í wọ́n, a ò kì í hun kú. Iṣu kì í wọ̀n bẹ. Ifaremi Olosun. Kò ó soríire. Wá dàgbà wá dògbó wa tún lálàáfíà. Ẹ̀yin olólùfẹ́ Ifaremi Olosun. Gbogbo yín la kí. Adúpẹ́dúpẹ́ o. Kájọ ṣàṣeyẹ o. Ifaremi Olosun. Ifaremi Olosun o kú iṣẹ́.
Alafia family, it is yours truly, Ifaremi Olosun. I am so happy to be back in effect. I know it's been a while. Thank you to everyone who has been hanging in there with me, watching my videos. Like, share, and comment, please, so that we can keep this information flowing and going and keep us all elevating and rising and ascending. It is the end of the day for me, y'all, but guess what? I am so happy to be back with my YouTube family. I'm still going to push through and get this knowledge out to you. So without further ado, today, speaking of feeding, today we will be talking about Ori, our head. So as I was on my travels, this is what came to me. You know, I said that we were going to take it from the basic fundamentals of Ifa, of the Orisa, and work our way up to deeper topics, as deep as I can go on this platform, that is. And so before we can go to the Orisa, before we can before we can do anything on this planet Earth or in any other realm of existence, we must go through our Ori. So what is Ori? Ori is the divine aspect of who we are. More specifically, Ori is divided into three parts. We have our Ori, which translates in the English language to head. We have and correlates to the concept of consciousness. Then we have our Ori Inu, our inner head, which correlates to subconscious, the subconscious mind. And then we have our Ipori, which correlates to the super subconscious mind. So what does all of this mean for us? Now, while we have the metaphysical aspect of Ori that I just mentioned, the conscious mind, the subconscious mind, and the super subconscious mind, we have our physical head. Now, it's important to take note of the fact that in most African spiritual systems, we know in the concept of duality, and there being double universes, parallel universes. As the saying goes, as above, as below, as within, so without. And so we have to take care of both our physical head and our metaphysical head in order to stay balanced, in order to stay on the path that we're meant to be on, in order to stay connected to the divine, our higher self, our Ipori. So understanding that there is duality, then you must, just to give you a little background on how we come to have our Ori. Now, there are many sacred Odu Ifa that says that we choose our destinies. But in some cases, our destinies are chosen for us. So we have Olodumare, the source of all, the source that all things are birthed through, including our Ori, all aspects of our Ori, our conscious, subconscious, and super subconscious, or our Ori Inu, and Ipori is birthed through Olodumare. Then we have And some people get this confused. Most think that it's Obatella who created all parts of human beings. But it's actually Obatella is the creator of human beings' body, our body. And we have Ajela Mopin, who was put in charge of molding our heads and giving us our Ori Inu, our subconscious minds, that in turn connects to our higher self. So, Olodumare, Ajela Mopin. And then how does Ifa tie into all of this? So then we have Ifa, the sacred Odu, that is spoken, if you saw my last video, that is spoken through the voice of Orimila. Orimila is the voice of Ifa, also called Eleri Ipin, which is the witness to everyone's destiny, which is how Eleri Ipin Orimila is able to speak, the spirit energy that speaks, that conveys, that translates, that transmits everything that has taken place in the realm of the invisible, and the processes of us receiving our conscious, subconscious, and super subconscious aspects of ourself, minds, or divine aspects of ourself. Of course, it is Olodumare who provides, again, the ashe that everything is birthed out of, including our Oris and the aspect of our Ori. And so Ifa is the oracle that has been recorded as Eleri Ipin speaks the different texts, the different verses that are testaments to things that have taken place in the realm of the invisible. Why is that important? Now, knowing that our Ori and the aspects of our Ori contains information that was given to us before we came, that was embedded in us before we came into the physical form from the realm of the invisible. That means it also contains what? Knowledge about who we are, why we are, our destinies. And again, that's where Ifa and Orimila, Eleri Ipin, comes in. So why all of this is important? So that we can stay in alignment here in the physical form with our divinity, the part of us that is connected to Olodumare in all things. The part of us that is our higher self, which is the higher self, is birthed through Olodumare. So we want to stay in alignment and connected with that, with our true essence, as we are in this physical form, just to experience, to elevate, to face life's challenges, and to overcome them, so that our consciousness can evolve, and the collective overall consciousness and the source of all Olodumare can expand. Oh, that was a mouthful. But yes, that is the purpose. So going back to destiny, we are assigned or choose our destiny. And what really prompted me to talk about Ori, outside of wanting people to understand that concept, is in order to stay in alignment with our destiny, in order to stay in alignment with our higher self, in order to be in our divinity, we always hear people say Iwa Pele. Iwa Pele, and excuse me, everybody knows I have the Southern, my grandmother and grandfather was from North and South Carolina, and I have the Baltimore twang, so my pronunciation may not be on point, but y'all get me. So the key to stand in alignment with our destiny in its physical form is Iwa Pele, good character. Why is good character important? Because to cultivate our Ori, there are 3 things that Ifa talks about that we must come to earth to seek, to feed our Ori. We must seek wisdom. We must seek knowledge. We must seek understanding. How can we seek wisdom, knowledge, and understanding if we do not have good character? If we are running around like chickens with our heads cut off? If we cannot exhibit humility? if we cannot bring ourselves to be students before we become teachers? How can we learn if we come in with the idea that we know it all, that we got it all, that we are everything, that we are the all? If we are moving solely from an egotistic mind, if our ego speaks for us, if we are too much from a humanistic nature, if we are too materialistic, you get where I'm going with this. Iwa Pele is a balanced character, remaining and being in harmony and in sync and in tune with nature, with creation, letting nature be our guide, letting nature be our peace, letting nature know how we all have positions to play and that we must stay in alignment with the position that we were sent here to play. Iwa Pele is also important because, as I mentioned before, some of us get to choose our destinies, but there are some of us who have our destinies chosen for us. And so Ifa talks about some of us may have Olori, which means a good head, a good destiny. And other of us may have Olori Buruku, which means a bad head or bad destiny. Now, I don't believe in the term bad. I believe in I prefer the term challenging. Challenging. Some of us come here and we have to face more challenges than others. And some people will define hard as bad. But it is through Iwa Pele, it is through good character that we can make even the most challenging life much smoother, much easier, much more pleasant. It is through Iwa Pele that if we sit down and we listen and we follow the ways of the ancestors and we take heed to what our elders have told us, what our elders have given us. If we do our consultations, divination, monthly, periodically, and we do our ebo, we can balance out a bad, so-called bad head, or we can balance out the challenging or having a challenging life. But in order to do anything to make the bad head, to make our challenges be less challenging, less of obstacles, and more of lessons, having a more optimistic outlook on things, we can do that through good character, Iwa Pele. And so I come across so many people who proclaim to be spiritual. To be spiritual means that you are able to remain in your divinity. You are able to stay in your center. Even during the most challenging times, you are able to look beyond the human condition and stay calm, stay in sync and in harmony. Now, we are still human. We may not do that all the time. But to be spiritual means that you understand the importance of that. Because to be in your center, to be in sync, to be in tune, to be in harmony means you are more one with your higher self and Olodumare, therefore the all. Outside of the breakdown of Ori, the importance of Iwa Pele, as it relates to stand in alignment with our purpose, as it relates to having the ability to stand, to ascertain knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. Good character is also your first point of protection. Going back to that duality, if we understand that everything has a double, as above, so below, as within, so without. Everything that happens in the spiritual realm affects the realm that we are in now. Everything that happens in the realm of the invisible affects the realm of the visible. Everything that happens here affects the realm of the invisible. It's a dual-sided effect. And so, say for example, here we exhibit bad behavior. We have bad character. All of this is taking place here, but also in the realm of the invisible. So the energy that I'm putting out, if I'm talking about people, if I'm gossiping, if I'm lying, if I'm cheating, if I'm stealing, all of that energy goes somewhere. It exists somewhere. It exists in our opposite. It exists in our opposite, and it impacts our success here on earth. So as that energy exists somewhere else in our consciousness, and it also is birthed, again, if it's in the conscious, if it exists in our consciousness, in the realm of the invisible, and if and it's birthed and created there, you have created that energy, that hole, that portal, that same portal that you have created that contains that darkness, where we have put that darkness, meaning negative or unfavorable energy. We have created that portal that contains that unfavorable energy. So as we create that portal attracts, our energy attracts energy. Energy attracts energy. It goes where it feels it fits in. So as we create that portal, now you have created a space. You have created a space for your enemies to come through, to attack you, to permeate your reality, because that same dark energy that you have created is the energy that they're coming with. But if your aura is clear, if your energy is clear, if your character is good, if you have Iwa Pele, you will not be of that energy. So where will it go? It can't come through any portals that exist through you, because it's not of you. It won't be of you. If you are light, if you are, and by light I mean connected to pure consciousness, more connected to your pure consciousness, to your divinity, then you create no space for negative or unfavorable energies to come through you to affect you. So that is how good character is your first point of contact, because energy attracts energy. What we do here creates a space there. What spaces are created there then gives things that are coming from the realm of the invisible a portal or space to come through to get to you in the physical. So I hope y'all understand that. I know it's a complicated topic, but I'm trying to break it down to you in a way that you can grasp it quickly. So I won't be up on here for 30 minutes or an hour, because I know we all have lots of things to do, but we still got to get this knowledge. So how can I apply these concepts, these knowings? In what ways can I protect and cultivate and feed my Ori if I'm facing challenges here in the physical form? As you know, it is my niche. It is my thing to not only teach about Ifa and teach about the Orisa. I want to provide you with ways that you can make this knowledge work for you in this physical form. How can you apply it in your day-to-day life when you're facing challenges, when you're going through things? One way that you can work with your Ori, traditionalists will have what we call an Ile Ori, a Ori house, and Ibori, where we give offerings. We give offerings, again, going back to that duality, as above, so below, as within, so without. So we have what we call a Ori, Ile Ori, which is a shrine, a symbol, and the form of matter, as we are in matter, so that we can work with that Ori to transcend whatever conditions may be affecting our Ori, our conscious, subconscious, and super subconscious mind. Again, what we do here affects what's in the realm of the invisible. What is in the realm of the invisible affects us here. So as we're working our Iwa Ori with our Your Ori, what we're doing is what some people are already familiar with, is manifestation. We are manifesting. We are manifesting by making it real. We have made this thing real here in the physical form. So therefore it must be real. It must be birthed. It is birthed in the realm of the invisible, in the spiritual form. So if we're having challenges here in the physical realm, we work with our Ori symbolically to give birth to something that is real here in the physical form, that will give birth to a new state of being in the realm of the invisible. I hope you guys catch what I'm saying. We make it real, basically. We can help determine and shift and transmute and change our reality based on our actions here. So if we're working with our shrines and our Oris, and we're saying, so shall this be, and we empower it with the different methodologies of our African spiritual systems, we're giving it power to make it real in the realm of the invisible. Therefore, we can shift and change or improve or help or aid our Ori and our destinies. So outside of the Your Ori and giving offerings to a shrine, simple things like covering your head, wearing a head tie. You can protect your energy. I know you're familiar, like when babies are born, the old folks used to say, keep that baby's head covered. Protect the baby's soft spot, because the soft spot is connected to the higher self, the head, the top of the head. So covering your head, if you feel like, I don't keep my hair covered all the time, but if you feel like there's too much noise, too much interference, you can't focus, you can't think, you can't sleep, it could be that you're too exposed. So as you do something here, it's also affecting what happens in the subconscious mind, mentally, spiritually. So you cover your head so that the subconscious mind can be more at peace. Also, excuse me, y'all, I told y'all I've been working hard, y'all. I was just tired. But I'm here. I should have brought some water. Anywho. Also, me now having locks, it really took me on another journey, a spiritual journey. Locking your hair is another spiritual pursuit or journey or thing. So, understanding how much energy your hair holds. Understanding that your head is a physical representation or embodiment of your consciousness. Ladies, what you put into your hair, what you put on your head is important. Me having locks and it's strongly pulling in energies, I have to be very, very mindful to care for my head, washing it, what I put in it, using organic products and anointing. You know, I know it's Christian, but let me tell you, when my hair is dry, when I haven't anointed my head, oils, natural oils also protect your Ori and protect the energy of your Ori and protect your head. Anoint your head with oil. It does protect your Ori and aid your Ori. Even in the Yoruba tradition, some will put palm oil on their head to symbolically and to transcend the message from your physical head to your spiritual head. Be cool. Be calm. Palm oil. Water. Sprinkling water on your head. You know, in church they'll put that on oil on your head or put some water on your head and say and pray over your head and all of that stuff. It's for a reason. Our ancestors, after they went through what they went through, they may have been forced into Christianity, but they did not forget. They did not forget the original way. So when we go to church and those elders praying over your head and pouring that stuff on your head, it's because they know the significance of it. Of what you put on your head affects or transcends and delivers a message to your spiritual head. So being careful, being mindful of what you put in your hair, on your head, who touches your head. Those are things that we can do here to protect our Ori and to cultivate our Ori if you don't have a shrine. What else? I want to make sure I'm not forgetting anything. Meditation. Of course, meditation, everybody knows, I say it again and again in other videos, you have to meditate. Meditating provides a way for and getting sleep like I need to get. But meditation provides and creates a space for your spirit, your inner spirit, your Ori, your conscious levels, or the levels of consciousness that is your mind, to free itself, to be free. While we're in the physical space or the realm of the visible, our consciousness is kind of encapsulated. It's in a box. So in order to allow our consciousness to roam, to maybe go visit our higher self, to maybe go travel to some other universes, some other portals, some other spaces, meditation helps to help the consciousness, the mind, the spirit mind remember what it is, who it is, and how divine it is, and what it's connected to. And when we sleep allows our spirit mind to leave into astral travel, to travel, re-energize, and then come back into the physical body. It is the mind that also gives up, well, not that also, well, I will say also, but it is the mind, it is the spirit mind that gives life to the physical body, that helps it to function, helps it to stay energized. So we have to sleep and let the spirit mind be free. Dream, explore, get its energy, let it come out of this box, our head, our physical head, or in our consciousness, what we have created, the space we have created for it to stay in so that we can exist here. Let it free, explore, re-energize, rejuvenate. And then that's why when we wake up, we say, I can think better now. I'm more rejuvenated. My thoughts are more sharp. My words are sharper now. That's because it has been able to be free to get what it needed in order to come back. What else? Another way to cultivate your mind and to apply these things in order to help you to overcome challenges in this life is what we take in, what we see, our senses, what we see, what we feel, what we taste, what we touch. All of those things create our reality. So what are you feeding your Ori? Are you feeding your Ori bad food? Are you feeding your Ori food that smells good, that is natural, that is of the earth, that is in tune with all things, that is in harmony? Are you feeding your Ori reality TV shows where people fighting and cursing and in lower vibrational energy? Are you feeding your Ori dark music that's making you feel down and out and depressed? Are you feeding your Ori surroundings and spaces with people who are lower vibrational? Are you feeding your Ori abuse, violence, people who don't respect your body, someone who doesn't respect your body, your temple? What is your Ori, what is your spirit mind taking in through the physical eye? Because what we see through our physical eye is translated and transmitted to our subconscious mind, our third eye. So being mindful of what your senses are taking in, what you see, what you taste, what you touch, what you feel, can help affect and help cultivate and help transmute any bad energy, any challenges, anything that you're going through here in the physical realm. So y'all, my honeybees, I love you. Y'all know I got the love on everybody. I can't help it. I have to give love. It's in my nature. I don't even care when people don't love me back. I'm like, I love you. No strings attached. Why we gotta attach strings and stipulations and all these other things and fear when somebody say I love you? Oh, you love me. You don't know me. I don't gotta know you. I love you, my honeybees. I hope this was helpful to you. If you want more deeper sessions and lessons, I do offer guidance sessions on my website, ifaremi.com. Again, follow me on IG, ifaremi.olosun. Follow me on Facebook, Ifaremi Olosun. And let's make it happen. I love you. Infinite blessings until we meet again. Odabo. Mwah.